Love and lifestyle enthusiast. Tired of dating with no purpose?
Has your relationship hit a rough spot?
Not sure if marriage is really even worth it?
Are you really ready for marriage?
In a world where the divorce rate is at an all-time high, we're here to offer you real-life relationship advice to help you navigate to and through your marriage.
Whether you're single or married, join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Your Love Empowerment Hour with our new show,
Sitting with the Suttons, where we're all about strengthening our community by making marriage great again. Find us on Facebook at Tristan and Cece. Whether you're single or married, join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Your Love Empowerment Hour, Sitting with the Suttons.
Sitting with the Suttons, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Beginning Wednesday, June 7th on 1520 KYND.
Hey, 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 welcome to your Love Empowerment Hour with Sitting with the Suttons. We are so excited to be here, T.
So glad to be in the building. I mean, this has been a long time coming.
This has been a very long time coming. I tell you what, 10 years in the making. We've had the opportunity to travail and triumph together, and now we're having a platform together where we can share the good news of marriage. We are overdue in our community for the good news of marriage. But before we go any further, allow us to please introduce ourselves to you all, our Facebook Live community, our KYND listeners. I'm Cece Sutton.
I am Tristan Sutton.
And we both hail from Houston, Texas. We are native Houstonians. I was raised in Greenspoint, and tell them where you're from, T.
From the Acres Shakers Hubcap, Texas.
You gotta know it. You gotta know it. We love Houston. We have been here all of our lives. I attended University of Houston. Go Cougs.
I attended Texas A&M.
So, again, we are here to bring the good news about marriage. And tonight, we have to kick things off the right way. As you all know, last week, there was the State of America address, Black America address, and so we wanted to go ahead and follow up with that with the State of the Union of Black Relationships.
Yes.
Here's what we know. It's tough out there.
It's real in the field.
It is really kind of real in the field. And when we look at it, it doesn't have to be that hard. But I think what we're doing is we're making it that hard. We're adding all this extra stuff into it that was never meant to be.
It could all be so simple.
But you better make it hard.
No pain.
So what we did this week is we polled a few of our viewers, and we asked two questions. And the first question that we asked was, how do you feel about the dating scene today? And what would you do to change them? Let's pull up Sharmetta Harris's response. And T, tell us what Sharmetta had to say about that.
Well, let's pull that up real quick. Sharmetta had a lot of good stuff to say, but that was very interesting. But you know what? Do you have Sharmetta?
I do. What she said here is she says, in my opinion, the number of marriage-minded daters is extremely small. I'm personally seeing a flood of recent divorces coming back onto the dating scene. A lot of them just left a bad marriage, and they're in no rush to get back into another committed relationship. The longer it takes, the more emotionally and mentally you become drained.
Wow. I mean, how many people out there are really feeling like that? Like it's just tiresome, that it's just hard work. It's like a second job going out there to try to date someone.
Absolutely. I think you called it dating fatigue.
Dating fatigue. I mean, when you just get worn out, you have to go through, you got to think about all that it takes. You have to talk to someone, interact with them, Snapchat with them, then get dressed for the date, then go on the date, and all of the above. So it can be tiresome.
It can be cumbersome, and I think what makes it even more tiring and draining is when you feel like you have to put on, or you feel like you have to be someone that you're really not, or you have to say all these right things if you're trying to get with this person. And it's really unnecessary. But from what Sharmetta is saying, you have all these people who are just kind of willy-nilly out there. They're not dating with purpose.
Well, if you're divorced, you've probably been locked down for 10, 20, 30 years. So now that you got all that open range.
Just a little bit open range.
You're probably about to go run. You're about to go trot. So, I can understand that. But, there's also some statistics out there that shows why there's such a gap between. Because if you look at, and this is for all the demographics, but if the female college educated is a higher number now than males. And so what that does is that limits the amount of opportunity for women to want to date other individuals that have the same education level. So there's a million men to women disparity that prevents them from feeling like they're equally yoked and having the same plane.
That's good. So what we end up doing is we kind of start settling because it's kind of like, Nothing really going on out here. I don't really see much. So okay, you got all your teeth and two legs. Let's go.
Yeah, and you got a paycheck.
And you got a paycheck. And you got a paycheck. So what I hear from Sharmetta and many others, even as we're talking to our friends sometimes, is that it's tiring. It's getting to the point where I don't even feel like going out there anymore. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much for sitting with the Suttons, where we are talking about the state of the union of black relationships. Let's look at what Apollo had to say about this. You want to read what Apollo said?
So Apollo, my man, said rules of dating and courtship are lopsided. Usually men are endowed with all the obligatory actions. Wow, SAT word there. Women have it easy. At the age of 38, I'm getting exhausted with all the written and unwritten rules. Man, what is going on?
Well, you know what? He further goes on to say they are waiting on Boaz, Joseph, and King David. But are you really putting forth equal effort like Ruth in Proverbs 31 women?
31.
P31.
Amen.
T, let's talk about a little bit about, when we first started dating. I hope, if I recall correctly, I shared some of the load there. We went out on a date, you didn't have to take care of everything, did you?
Well, I'm old school, so I paid all the time.
Okay.
I paid all. There was no Dutch.
I thought I paid for something. The movies? Nothing?
No.
Okay, never mind.
That's my recollection. So, but going back to what Apollo was talking about, the obligatory actions, if you think about it, that all lies on the men. We have to be a certain height, dress a certain way, talk a certain way, pay, open doors, things like that. Have to have certain chivalry, things of that nature, where women just really just look cute and show up.
Do you think that we've kind of started to take that for granted a little bit?
A little bit. So talk to me about the one rule I had when we first started dating.
So Tristan's one rule when we very first started dating, now mind you, when we first started dating, we were in college. I had just pledged Delta Sigma Theta sorority. He was, doing his thing. So, we were young in the mind, but still in being young in the mind, his number one rule was, we're not going to play no games.
No games.
We're not going to play any games. If I like you, I like you. If I want to call you in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, I want to call you because why?
Yeah, because I like you. I enjoy your company. I enjoy your presence. So if I call you once a day, this doesn't make me thirsty.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that why you develop a personality, dress nice, so people will like you? So if people like you, why are you all of a sudden negatively thirsty?
That's good. It's almost like we have this this guard. It's like, we want the chivalry. We want him to like us and call us and do all these wonderful things. But then when he does, it's like, you thirsty.
So let's be real.
Back away.
Thirst killed chivalry. If people are asking.
Whoa.
Thirst has killed chivalry.
Hashtag thirst killed chivalry.
Yes, hashtag that. Share that on your page. Because when guys go up and try to do something nice, let me introduce myself, let me say hi, let me bring you flowers, something like that, let me talk to you on Facebook or slide in the DM. Now all of a sudden we're thirsty. How is that?
It really doesn't make any sense when you think about it, but what I see, even when, you're just going out to the club, whatever, you see all these women who have taken all this time to get all dolled up and beautiful and everything, and then a gentleman walks up to them and asks, hey, can I buy you a drink? No.
I mean, let's think about that. Y'all spend, what, $80 to get y'all makeup done?
More than that.
And somebody comes up to you and you act stank? I don't understand it. I thank God I met you back then because it's real in the field.
It really, really is. I was talking to a gentleman and he said he was out and about with some friends and he approached a table full of women, which I hear is like the most deathly of
that's the death sentence.
Is that the death sentence? Man.
It takes fortitude.
So he gathered up all this fortitude to walk in there to the woman at the table with 4 or 5 of her friends and said, can I offer you a drink? You know what she said?
What she said?
What about my homegirls? You know what he did? He left his drink right there on the table and deuced out the club. Yes, he did.
That's not a club I need to
Yes, he did. That's not a club you need to be in, but that just goes to show you the mentality, the mindset that so many of us have. And women, whether we accept the responsibility or not, let me tell you something. We play a very, very instrumental part in this whole thing. Men will typically follow whatever cue you put out. So if you put out a positive cue, hi, how are you? Just a nice smile, you might just get that back, chances are. But if you put out that attitude, that stankness that some of us are known for putting out there, you're going to get this. And what Apollo is saying, hey, I'm tired of jumping through all these hoops.
Man, it's rough out there. Because there have been times where you're standing next to me and I'm introducing myself to someone and they're acting stank like I'm trying to holler at them. And thank God you come in and check them for me.
So what I hear you saying, T, is that, ladies, we need to stop thinking that everybody's trying to holler at us. Because everybody ain't trying to holler at us. Some of us is just trying to be nice
Some people just want to get to know you.
and go on through our day. So if a gentleman comes up to you, he's smiling, and he asks, how are you? Simply reply back, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Yes.
That's all it takes. I think what we have to do now, T, is we have to reprogram our culture.
Paradigm shift.
A very, very big paradigm shift. We have to get back to the basics of just human interaction.
Yes.
It's okay to smile and be cordial to one another without thinking someone is trying to holler at you. And it's not necessary to put someone through all of these unnecessary hoops
At all.
if they show interest.
Social media has changed the game as far as dating as well as just human interaction.
Human interaction. It is so real. If you're listening to us right now, I want to thank you for listening to Sitting with the Suttons, where we are talking about the state of the union of Black relationships. And right now we are addressing some of the issues that are going on the dating scene. It is real. We welcome your comments on Facebook Live. If you'd like to call in, speak to us about this matter, we welcome you to do that as well. Our number is 832-230-5592. In a minute here, we're going to take a break. But I want you to stick around with us, because now we're getting ready to talk about the meat of this whole conversation, which is what in the world is going on with our marriages.
Yes, because dating is the goal of marriage, or that's the goal of it.
That is the goal if you're doing it for purpose. So please like, share, follow Tristan and Cece on Facebook and Instagram. And please call in. We want to hear from you tonight. Please comment on Facebook. This is some good dialogue.
Indeed.
Talk that inspires change. The